Radhe Radhe. Noise in the dining hall. Noise in the kitchen, please. बोलिए लाडली लाल की जय. प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मनां त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना व्याधस्याचरणं ध्रुवस्य च वयो विद्या गजेन्द्रस्य का कुब्जाया किमुनामरूपमधिकं किं तत्सुदाम्नो धनं वंशः को विदुरस्य यादवपते रुग्रस्य किं पौरुषम् भक्त्या तुष्यति केवलं न च गुणैः भक्तिप्रियो माधवः. नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वं हा देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये. Inquisitive ones, please join me as we sing Bhajo Giridhar Govind Gopala. Let's all do Roop Dhyan. Please follow after me. Bhajo Giridhar Govind Gopala भजो गिरिधर गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो 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 गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो 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 गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला।
बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। Devotional listeners, now I humbly request your full attention on the topic of discussion. Children in the back, I can hear them very loudly. Once Brahmaji was requested by all his children to give them instruction, to give them a lecture. Brahmaji has 3 kinds of children: Sattvic, Rajas and Tamas. Maya has 3 modes: Ajamekam, Lohita, Shukla, Krishnam. Maya is white, red and black, corresponding to his 3 modes: Sattvagun, the mode of goodness, the mode of virtue; Rajogun, represented by red; Sattvagun, represented by white. Rajogun is the mode of worldly passions and desires, and Tamogun, represented by black color, is the mode of ignorance. Devtas represent Sattvagun. It's not that they do not have Rajogun and Tamogun within them, but mostly they are Sattvic. Humans are predominantly Rajasic. We have more Rajogun than Sattvagun. And demons, Asurs, they are mostly Tamasic, mostly Tamoguni. So Devtas, humans and demons, they all requested Brahmaji for a lecture, and he sat before them. They all attended, and it was indeed the shortest lecture in history. All Brahmaji said was, he looked at all 3, and he said, Da, Da, Da. He left. Everyone wondered what Da, Da, Da means. So Devatas went to their guru, Brihaspati, and they said, Guruji, what did Brahmaji mean by saying Da? We don't understand. Damyat. You all have lots of pleasures at your disposal, and you become very spoiled. In Swargalok there are pleasures the likes of which do not exist in this world, on this earth. Swargalok is also controlled by Maya. But there are pleasures of Maya that we cannot even imagine. They exist in Swargalok, and Devis and Devtas have access to those pleasures. So for you, Brahmaji said Da, meaning Damyat, control your senses. Control them. The Asurs, the demons, went to their guru Shukracharya and they said, Gurudev, what did Brahmaji mean by saying Da? And he told them, you are very violent. You inflict pain upon others for your self-gain. So for you, Da means Dayadhvam. Daya karo. Be compassionate to others. When humans went to their respective gurus and asked, what did Brahmaji mean by saying da? They were told, da for you means dat, dan, give, charity. You are very attached to the material world because you think that you are the body, so the world is very attractive to you. So you should give charity so that you may become less attached, so that your worldly attachments may reduce. So da, da, da. We are humans, we are neither demons nor devtas, we are humans. So for us, the lesson is dan, charity. Everyone is able to give charity. Some people are multi-billionaires, very few of them in the world. They can give a lot. They're in the position to give a lot. There are millionaires, there are many of them. There are some who have not too much nor too little money. They can, of course, give. Then there are those who have very little money, but even they can give. Even a beggar is supposed to give. Many years ago, when the Banaras University was being built, in 1916, many people donated. They gave charity. Amongst them was a beggar. Whatever he had, a few coins, he gave. And one of the founders of the university, Malviyaji, he became so happy when he received this donation. He had tears in his eyes, and he said to the beggar, he said, now I know that my university will be built. Because people like you are giving. You are giving charity. You have given everything you had. Some people can give a lot. How much, what does God think of our charity? Well, $1 billion given, donated by a multi-billionaire who is earning millions every single day is equal to $1,000 given by someone who has much less. And it is equal to $1 given by a beggar. So how much are you earning? If the question is asked, and the individual says, I'm earning, I have a few millions. And how much do you give in charity? I give $100 every year. Oh my, $100? That's it? Yes, I'm a big giver. I give $100 a year. Oh my, what are you doing with the rest of the money? I am keeping it so that my children and their children and their children don't have to worry about money. But what are you doing to them? I'm being very kind to them. No. You are being you're being very cruel to them. Because they will grow up affluent. They will grow up so wealthy. They will not have a sense of reality. Their sense of reality will be very warped. They'll talk like this. One of them will say, oh, I'm so unlucky. The other will ask, what happened? My Lamborghini broke down. Oh, teardrop emoji. I'm so sorry. How are you managing? With my Bentley. Poor thing. No sense of reality. I'm so unfortunate. Another will say, I had to pay 50 million in taxes this year. It's not fair. Oh, poor thing. They will have no sense of reality. There was a little bit more than a decade ago in the US, there was a case of a teenager who killed, I think, 4 people and injured 9 others while driving under the influence. The lawyer who took up his case pleaded with judge and jury that this young man was suffering from affluenza. What's that? That is the disease of being too rich. He argued successfully, may I add, that this young man, he's not in touch with reality because his parents have taught him that wealth buys privilege. So he was let off. This is why our scriptures say, you must give. Shraddhaya deyam. Give with faith. What kind of faith? Faith that charity is good for you. I don't have that faith. Give anyway. Ashraddhaya deyam. Shraddha purvak do. Shraddha nahi hai to ashraddha purvak bhi de do. Bhriya deyam. Give any which way. Give out of shame. Give out of fear. What will become of me if I do not give? So give any which way. The Vedas say, Shatahasta samahara sahasrahasta sankira. O humans, earn money with 100 hands, but give money away. Charity, give to charity with 1,000 hands. Earn money with 100 hands. Give charity with 1,000 hands. Shatahasta samahara. You can understand Shata is 100. Sahasrahasta sankira. So that means that the Vedas, the eternal knowledge that God has given to us, the Vedas that come from, that are manifested from the natural breath of God, they are untouched by human mistakes. God is saying to us through the Vedas, because the Vedo Narayana Sakshat, the Vedas are God Himself. Personification of God, God is saying to us, O humans, my dear children, you must give. Be fond of giving. And God and Guru do not look at how much you are giving. They're looking at how much you're keeping back. Jagat Guru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, Shri Maharaj Ji praised a 300 rupee donation given towards the construction of our ashram in Vrindavan. 300 rupees. It's nothing, but it meant a lot. Shri Maharaj Ji said to all of us, Maharaj Ji said, that woman, she went door to door scrubbing pots and pans to earn this money. She worked so hard for this money and she has given everything she had to me. In contrast, Shri Maharaj Ji scolded another woman who had given 100,000 rupees. Maharaj Ji said, how much did you use to build your house? So much money, and you have given only 100,000 for the building of this ashram. You mean to say that this ashram is not yours? Tumhara apnapan nahi hai. Ye tumhara nahi hai ashram. Shri Maharaj Ji was very, very saddened to see that charity. He returned it. You'd keep it. The best use of wealth, according to scriptures, is danam. Danam bhogo nashas tisro gateo bhavanti vittasya. Number one use of wealth is donation, charity. Number two, spending it. Number three, accumulating it, hoarding your wealth. Yo na dadati na bhungte tasya tritiya gatir bhavati. Scriptures say, the one who neither gives charity nor spends it on himself, but just hoards it, keeps it locked up, he will be forced to wander in 8.4 million forms of life. That is the punishment he will get. Bhagwan Vedavyas was asked, why is it that some people have so much wealth and others have so little? A man may not be very well educated. He didn't even go to high school. But he started a little business and he prospered and he became a multi-billionaire. And another one is so well educated and he is working for this man, for the multi-billionaire. Why this? How? Vedavyasi then said in Garud Puran, Adattadanacha bhavet daridri daridra bhavacha karoti papam papa prabhavan narakam prayati punar daridra punareva papi. This is from Garud Puran. People become scared when they hear the word Garud Puran. Oh, it's all about description of different hells, which hell one will go to and so on. There's a great deal of knowledge in Garud Puran. So here, Bhagwan Vedavyas, who has composed the 18 Purans, including Garud Puran, says, O humans, if you don't give charity, then in the next life you'll be born in poverty. And because that person who did not give is born in abject poverty, he has to commit robberies, he has to commit theft in order to get the money. He has to resort to a life of crime, as a result of which he is punished. He is sent to hell after death. When he comes out of hell, and once again when he becomes deserving of a human birth, he's once again born in a poor family. The ones who are very, very wealthy, we can understand that they've given a lot in their previous lives. They gave a lot, so now that money is returned to them. And no one should think, I'll become so poor if I give a lot. Kabir Dasi says, Chidi chonch bhar le gayi, nadi ghatya na neer. Daan diye dhan na ghate, kah gaye das Kabir. A sparrow, a chidiya, takes a few droplets of water from the river. The river doesn't suffer. It's not there's no water left. In the same way, if you give charity, you should not be afraid that you'll become poor. No, God will take care of you. Money will come to you. God only looks at the heart. How much are you willing to give? But how much should I give? Of course, the Vedas say give with 1,000 hands, even though you earn with 100 hands. But really speaking, how much should I give? And here the scriptures say, Nyayo parjita vittena dashamanshena dhimata. Give 10% of what you earn as charity. That money doesn't belong to you. We can be very clever and say, oh, I'm going to fool God. I'm going to keep everything. I don't believe in giving. God says, I'll take it away from you. In one way or the other, Ramakrishna Paramhans used to say, he said, if you do not give charity, you will have to give the same money to lawyers and doctors. You will have to, your children will squander that money and they will go on the wrong path. Sri Maharaj Ji used to say, Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, the embodiment of Vedas, Upanishads, Shastras, the embodiment of scriptures, there is no doubt about what Sri Maharaj Ji is saying. Sri Maharaj Ji said that 10% is not even, if you give 10% charity, that's not even charity. That's something you're supposed to give. Sri Maharaj Ji called it spiritual income tax imposed by God. And if you give more than 10%, let's say you give 20% of what you earn, then you have given really 10% charity. Because that 10%, out of that 20, 10% was not yours. So if you gave it, it's a spiritual income tax. Blessed are those who have learned from a true guru about the benefits of giving. Blessed are those who have become fond of giving because they have been taught by a true guru. So many are taught by a true guru. But not everyone accepts what the guru is saying. Blessed are those who accept what the guru is saying and who actually start giving. Sri Maharaj Ji taught us to give. I was telling you one day, Sri Maharaj Ji said to one of the devotees, if I have 1,000 rupees to give, why in the world should I give only 100? Give the most you have, not the least. So, God and Guru look at what you keep back with you, not how much you give. Everybody is not in the same position financially. So how can it be that everybody should give the same? Some can give more, some can only give little bit. If it's a student, the student is not even working. All the student can give is from the piggy bank, whatever's in the piggy bank. Some of it, more of it, all of it. But all that the student can give is what that student has received in the form of birthday gifts and Diwali gifts and so on and so forth. But even that child should give. Everyone must give, according to our scriptures. Once there was the Rajsuya Yagya being held by the Pandavas. Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadev, they were very happy. Yudhishthir is now the king. And there was a grand yagya being performed. And the Pandavas requested Bhagwan Shri Krishna to accept the highest seat in the yagya as the presiding deity of the yagya. And Shri Krishna said, I accept the honor you are bestowing upon me, but I have a condition that you must fulfill. My condition is that after the Rajsuya Yagya is finished, you'll be giving a lavish davat, you'll be feeding thousands and thousands of people, and they'll be eating from the plantain leaf plates. The plantain leaves, those are used as plates. Then after everyone has finished eating, my condition is that you'll allow me to pick up those plates, those leaf plates. The Pandavas said, how can we allow this? You are venerable to us, you are Lord. We cannot allow this. But Shri Krishna insisted, and reluctantly they had to agree. Shri Maharaj Ji has referred to this in Radha Govind Geet. Namrita ki sima dekho, Govind Radhe, pattal utha ke jhoothe, Shyam shiksha de. Shri Krishna, the Lord of Lords, the Lord of innumerable Lords, because there are countless Brahmas, Vishnus, countless Shankars, and then there's one Mahavishnu. And that Mahavishnu is a servant of that Shri Krishna. And that Shri Krishna is picking up the leaf plates after the Brahmins have finished eating. So now, this Rajsuya Yagya was conducted and everyone was invited to eat. Besides the dignitaries, the venerable Pandits, the Brahmins, the scholars, and then the general public was there. So many were there. And Yudhishthir became very proud afterwards. He thought, we have fed so many people. And Shri Krishna does not tolerate pride. Ishwarasya bhimana dveshitvad dainya priyatvad cha Narad Bhakti Darshan. Narad ji says that God has an aversion to pride, but he loves humility. Bhagwan ko deenta ati priya hai. Bhagwan ko ahankar se ghrina hai. Dvesh hai ahankar se. So Shri Krishna thought, I will teach them a lesson. So what had happened was, just when all the kings are sitting in the court and Yudhishthira is feeling very happy and very proud and Lord Krishna is there, then there was a mongoose. Hindi mein nebla bolte hain usko. A mongoose came, half its body was shining, it was made of gold. And the mongoose started rolling on some of the discarded leaf plates. And then nothing happened to its body. The mongoose went to Yudhishthir and said, Dhig yagyam Yudhishthirasya. Dhikkar hai tumhare yagya par. Shame on your yagya, O Yudhishthir. And Bhimsen was up in arms. He was so angry. He got up and he was ready to lunge towards the mongoose. Shri Krishna said, sit down. You become so excited. Find out why this mongoose has said this. So then the mongoose turned its form, changed into a Gandharva. A Gandharva is a celestial musician. And the Gandharva said, due to a curse, I got the body of a mongoose, and I live very far away from here. In the house of a poor Brahmin. He has a wife and a child also. There was a drought in the village, and everyone was starving. The Brahmin and his family had not eaten for many days. And then one day, some kind stranger came and gave them some rice, a bowl full of rice. And the Brahmin, his Brahmin's wife divided that rice into 3 portions. And as they were about to eat, a guest came. And the guest was starving, and he said, please give me some food. The Brahmin gave his share of the rice. The guest ate it very fast. He was starving. Then he said, I'm still hungry. The Brahmin's wife said, take my share also. So the guest, stranger, also ate that and said, I'm still hungry. The child said, take my share also. So they all gave the bowl full of rice. They gave their portions away. The mongoose said, and there were a couple of grains of rice that had fallen on the ground, and I rolled around on those, and half my body turned to gold. Since then, I have been trying to get my other half of the body turned into gold also, and I had high hopes that Yudhishthir's yajna is so grand, so many people are being fed, that I would be successful in my mission, but no, I did not succeed. This is why I say, shame on your yajna. And Shri Krishna then asked Yudhishthir, where did you get the money for this yajna? Yudhishthir said, Maharaj, we had declared war on other kings. Oh, so you got the money, the wealth from other kings by looting them. And that is allowed to you. You are Kshatriyas. And you are allowed to do that. But the food that you gave and the gifts that you gave, you did not use your own money. That money was taken from others. So you didn't really do any charity. But that Brahmin and his family, they are so much more charitable. They were themselves starving, but they gave everything they had. This is why the mongoose's body, half of it, had turned into gold. Hearing this, Yudhishthir's pride was shattered. He thought, I was so proud of everything we have done over here, but actually we have really not given any charity. I had taken those treasures from others. And moreover, when we give charity, we must not have any pride. There must be no pride of having given that charity. There are some satsangs, when you go there, and there are some mandirs also, when you go and you give a donation, you give your name to the announcer, and the announcer will say, Mr. and Mrs. Verma have given 5,001. Mr. and Mrs. Sharma have given 500. And everybody's name is being read out, and the person whose name is read out is saying, that's me. I gave that. Or I gave money for this fan. When I first heard it in India, I thought, what does that mean, fan? The fan that is on the ceiling, I sponsored it. Oh, and you put your name on it? Yes. I want people to know that I donated that fan. There are plaques. I want people to know I gave this much for this temple. Sri Maharaj Ji taught us, he taught the entire world, not to have any desire for being given credit for the charity. There should be no pride. The Bible says that when you do charity, your left hand must not know what you have given with your right hand, so that your charity may be in secret. I'm not quoting exactly, of course. When thou doest charity, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. So charity must be done in secrecy, so that the pride that we already have in abundance, it does not increase. And what have we given anyway? If we do give, it is because God has given it to us. We did not bring anything with us when we were born. We enter this world with closed fists, and we live with palms wide open. In those closed fists, there was nothing. And when we leave, there's nothing we take with us. Alexander the Great had given strict instructions to his physicians, when you are taking my dead body and you're parading it all over the kingdom, then make sure that people see my palms wide open. Keep my palms facing upwards like this, towards the sky, so that people may know that Alexander the Great, who had looted so many treasures, is leaving with nothing. He's leaving with nothing. Nothing will go with us. We did not come with anything either. There was once a king who became eligible to sit on the seat of Indra in Swargalok, the king of Swarg. And he became very pompous. When he became Indra, Indra meaning the king, it's a seat like the seat of a prime minister or president. So when he became Indra, he became very, very vain. And he was tormenting the sadhus, the ascetics. He would sit in a palki, a palanquin, and he would ask them, carry me. And then he would beat them. He would beat them with a whip, saying, you're not fast enough. And they all got together and say, how do we dethrone him? And they came upon a very wonderful plan. They said, we will ask him what charities he has given. So they said, Maharaj, you are so charitable. How did you get the seat of Indra? And he said, well, because of my charity, you know. Oh, so what did you give? And he said, I gave this much money away. I built these many hospitals. And what else? They kept asking, I built these many orphanages, these many schools, and then this and that, and me and I and myself, I did this. And they kept asking, and what more, Maharaj? What else? And when he had finally told them everything he had done, all the charities he had performed, all the merit of his charities was finished. And he had to leave Swargalok. No longer could he remain Indra, the king of Swargalok. So there must be no desire to be called out for your charity. That I want to be acknowledged for the charity I have given. Many people over the years had gone to Sri Maharajji whenever a hospital was being built, a temple was being built, ashrams were being built, and Sri Maharajji, they would ask Maharajji, they would say, Maharajji, I would like to give this much money, but I want my name to be written down. Maharajji always refused that charity. He said, no, your name will not be written. Only God's name will be written here. Some of you, many of you may know in Delhi and other places, there's Birla Mandir, right? Just nod if you know, Birla Mandir. And I remember visiting it in my childhood in Delhi, and lovely temple. But then it didn't occur to me at that point, but then it occurred to me when Sri Maharajji mentioned it, that why is that temple named Birla Mandir? It's named after the Birla family who gave money, who constructed the mandir. Why isn't that mandir called Radha Krishna Mandir? Oh, I never thought about it. Why isn't it called Sri Ram Mandir? Why isn't that temple named after God? Why name it after a family? Because we pay the money, that's why. Why the pride? The sentiment we should have is, I am in the position to give. And it is my privilege to give. I thank God for that privilege. Not that, oh, I have to give. I have to give. It's my privilege to give. But who should we give to? Should I just give randomly? Some people say I gave to my family. Some people say even my family members are all rich, but I have to give fancy things, very big gifts, expensive gifts. So that's giving. That's no charity though. Some say, well, I've given, people give to different places. But what do the scriptures say about this? They say there are 4 kinds of charity, going from the bottommost to the topmost. Tamasi charity, Rajasi charity, Sattviki charity, and Nirgun, divine charity. Tamoguni charity is when a person gives to another who is going to use that money, a charity, for an evil purpose. Perhaps you'll buy a gun with it and kill someone. But you have enabled him. The person who has given him the money has enabled this man to commit a crime. So the person who has given him the money is actually going to be punished. But I didn't commit any murder. This man did. But you enabled him. How was I to know? You should have found out. Rajasi charity. You give to someone who is worldly. You feed a lot of people, let's say. And you give money to the poor and the needy. Indeed, in your next life and lives, you will have lots of money. But your tendencies will also be worldly. You'll have lots of worldly thoughts. You gave to someone who is Rajasi. So Rajagun is a mode of worldly passions and desires. So that means that your mind will also be filled with worldly desires, which is not good. If someone gives to a sattvic personality or for devtas, then the end result is that you go to Swargalok, which is condemned by the Vedas. The Vedas say they are indeed the greatest fools who desire to go to Swarga and who end up there. And Shri Krishna has said in the Gita, Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam trayi dharma manuprapanna gata gatang kama kama labhante. In chapter 9, Shri Krishna has said, O Arjun, Swargalok, the attainment of Swargalok is not your aim. There are very great pleasures there, but they are temporary pleasures. And even after going to Swargalok, you have to come down to this earthly abode. Devtas are desirous of the human body. Why would you wish to go there? So we do not want to go to Swargalok either. So beyond these 3, there is the Nirgun charity. In other words, you give to someone, the personality, who is beyond the 3 modes of Maya. Now who is that? That is a saint. Mahatma, Mahapurush, the one who is divine. The one who has attained a union with God. He's not suffering from Maya. So when you give to him or to his mission, then what will you receive? Then you receive love for God. Your mind becomes more devotional. Your heart becomes more devotional. You become deserving of a human birth after this life. You get spiritual benefit when you give to a guru. This is why Sri Maharaj Ji spoke very openly about giving. And Sri Maharaj Ji inspired everyone to give in ways that are incredible. Sri Maharaj Ji once said, look, everyone here, there were hundreds of, thousands of people, I should say there. Sri Maharaj Ji said, each and every one of you can give. And if you say, no, I don't have money to give, I will prove you wrong. You do have. Think. Let's imagine this. God forbid someone in your family becomes seriously ill. Shri Maharaj Ji is talking now in India. So someone in the family becomes seriously ill and the doctors say, oh, you'll have to take him to the US or Canada. What will you say? Sorry, my loved one has to die, has to suffer because I have no money. Would you say that? No. What will you do? You'll arrange for it. You'll take a loan from the bank or from someone. You'll arrange that money because that's important to you. And I'll never forget the impact that this had on me when Maharaj Ji said, for a worldly purpose you can make arrangements, but for a spiritual cause you cannot. Everyone, each and every one of you, Maharaj Ji said, you can give. Charity is extremely important. But to give charity to the right personality is also very important. We should not be thinking, I just give. It doesn't matter, I just give. But try, even if you give $1, give it to the right personality. But I want to help the poor and the needy, is that wrong? No. But what will the Guru do? He's helping poor and the needy. He is feeding the poor. He's feeding those who are hungry. He's giving medical attention. He's building hospitals. He's building schools. He's giving education to those who can't afford it. So you are actually helping the poor and the needy. You're helping those who are genuinely in need. By ourselves, we don't know who really is poor and needy. There was an article, it was in the news a while back, that there was a doctor, female doctor in Pakistan, and she married this man thinking that he was very well off, until one day she discovered that he was sneaking out of the house in his begging clothes. And she discovered that she had married a beggar. And she asked for an annulment. There are many beggars in India who belong to gangs. And those people are very, very rich. They live in mansions, but when they come out of their mansion, they wear beggar's clothing. So how do we know who really is deserving of our charity? Who really is poor? Who really is needy? But the Guru knows. The saint knows. So when we give through a saint, then we have no doubt as to where the money is going, where the charity is going. So we will have full satisfaction that the charity has gone to the highest place, that this is the best use of your wealth. So it's not enough to just give, but we must give to the right place. Because that charity, it's like a boomerang. It just comes back to the one who threw it. So it will come back to us. If it's tamasi charity, it will come back, it will harm you. It will harm the giver. And if it's given to a saint, then it will come back to you and it will benefit you in amazing ways, spiritually. So humans are taught, we humans are taught by scriptures and saints to be generous. Be generous. Don't hoard your wealth. And you know, the ones who keep saying, I have no money, God looks at them and says, well, I'll make sure you have no money then. That also happens. If we're crying about it, I have no money, God says, all right, there'll be a theft in your house, you will have no money. So your words will come true. Some people say, I don't take from anyone, I don't give to anyone. They're not following the injunctions of the scriptures. They are not. In Kali Yuga especially, charity is very, very beneficial to us. Pragat chari pad dharm ke, kali maha ek pradhan, yen ken vidhi dine udan kare kalyan. Very easy Hindi, easy for us to understand. Yen ken vidhi dine udan kare kalyan. Charity uplifts us. It gives us spiritual benefits if we give it to the right personality. Danamekam kalau yuge, Bhavishya Puran says. In Kali Yuga, charity is foremost. But when someone who has come to this world to teach us to give charity, we, very small-minded people, we say, he's after my money. Tulsidas ji had addressed this issue. He said a dog found a bone somewhere, and the bone was dry. It had no flesh on it, it had no blood on it, it was just dry. Yet the dog thought, this bone is so precious. I will chew on it later, but I'm seeing an elephant. The dog was seeing an elephant walking through the village, and the dog thought, the elephant is coming after this bone of mine. So I will hide it. So he dug up the ground, dug up the earth, and buried the bone and sat down on top of it. I will not let this elephant have this bone. And the elephant is going, the majestic elephant is walking in all its majesty. The elephant doesn't want anything to do with the bone. Tulsidas ji says, this dog, it represents the worldly person who thinks that when the guru, the benevolent guru comes and says, you must give, he thinks, he's so greedy. There was a lot of pain in Sri Maharaji's voice when he once said that people think that I'm after money. They should know that I have not a single cent to my name. मेरे नाम पे एक पैसा भी नहीं है. Maharaj Ji did not have a single cent under his name, but he taught us all to give charity generously. Because it is good for us. Because charity is going to uplift us spiritually. So Sri Maharaj Ji talked about it a lot. In Bhakti Mandir, Maharaj Ji would take a sheet, bed sheet, and another person would hold from there, and Maharaj Ji would say, Bhiksham Dehi, and he would say, whatever is in your pockets, just give it, empty it. Maharaj Ji would speak like that. He was not hiding it. He would say, give. Why are you keeping it with you? You're not taking it with you. I remember in the sadhana hall in Mangar, in Sri Kripalu Dham Mangar, Sri Maharaj Ji said once, he said, whatever you have with you, in your purse, in your pocket, just give it all. Because someone in the village needed some money, Maharaj Ji said, you all get together and you give money. Maharaj Ji said, whatever you have. And everyone emptied their pockets. And I remember one of the devotees saying, that was my taxi fare, and I have to borrow it from someone. I said, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Maharaj Ji said, give whatever you have. You gave everything. Maharaj Ji was seeing how many people would accept his instruction. They would obey his instruction. There were many reasons why Maharaj Ji did what he did. It was all for everyone's welfare. But yes, Sri Maharaj Ji taught us all to give. Once I was living in the house of someone who was obviously a multimillionaire, very nice people. And when I spoke about charity through them, they said, it's not that our guru has not taught us charity. And I said, that's very good. I know you have a guru. And she said, yes, Didi ji, the thing is, my guru has taught us. And we give $100 every month. And I was stunned. $100 every month? That's all? And in her mind, that was a lot of money. And I mentally did millions of pranams to Sri Maharaj Ji. Maharaj Ji, you have taught everyone so well. This woman is actually proud of the fact that she gives $100 every month, which is nothing. Compared to what they're earning, it's nothing. So unless we are guided by a guru, unless we are guided by a true saint, we cannot really learn. We cannot learn about charity. We are living in Kali Yuga, and the world is extremely dear to us. When there's money, we think, I can buy this, I can buy that, or if I don't, I'll save it. It's not wrong to save, but how much do we need to live on? How much do we need? And when the thought comes, I must give it right away. Why? The mind changes very fast. The mind changes very, very fast. And you have pledged something, I will give this. And then the mind says after a while, I don't think I'm going to give it. God thinks, in the eyes of God, you have already given it, so it's not yours. When it is a pledge to God and Guru note it, right? They note it down, and that does not belong to you anymore. Well, I've changed my mind, of course, because we're living in Kali Yuga, and money could be better used on, fixing the house, renovating it, buying more furniture. There's so many reasons why we need wealth. But the best use, I'll repeat, but I had said earlier, according to scriptures, Danam bhogo nashas tisro gatayo bhavanti vittasya. The scriptures say there are 3 uses of money. The best use is, number 1 is charity. Number 2 is spending it on yourself and your family. Number 3, keeping it locked away in the banks. And charity is number 1, but charity given to the right personality. So this is a little bit about charity. May we all give generously. May we all give in the right place. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.